Hi, I'm JJ Barnes. I am the editor of the Table Read magazine. I am a co-founder of Siren Stories, and I'm an author. My latest book is called Gracemarch, but I can't tell you why. You'll have to read it to find out why. The development of the Gracemarch novel is actually quite unusual and interesting, and it's the first time a book I've written has come about like this. So in 2017, I was asked by the producer of Artisan Films, Cliff Thomas, who is a wonderful friend of mine, if I would be interested in writing a script. So I did, and it was for a 15-minute short. But that script, that story that I wrote about two sisters discovering family secrets in their home after their mother's death, was really enjoyed, and I was asked if I could develop it further. So I did, and I brought in my writing partner, Jonathan McKinney, and we developed it together, and we developed this script. I was incredibly fortunate because we went into production in 2018, and this incredible cast came on board, including actors from Game of Thrones and Farscape and Outlander, and it was just this incredible experience. And we got to go all around the UK filming this story that we had crafted. Unfortunately, things kind of got slowed down. Then the pandemic hit and everything just stopped. And we weren't really sure if we would be able to get back into production and finish our script. So Cliff had the idea that I should develop that script into a novel. So since 21, I have been doing that. I've spent the last 2 years taking that script, that story, developing each scene. So all the stage direction has become prose. I've put interiority in. I've developed each scene to be bigger because you can fit more into a book than a film. So needed more information. I got to add new scenes and just develop a whole lot of stuff to take that original film script that's half made and turn it into a full-length novel. So that's why I ended up writing the book of Gracemarch. My main characters are Jane and Cassie, and they are sisters. Now, the whole premise of this story is that Jane and Cassie, after the death of their mother, start learning family secrets, long hidden things. And the two sisters have different responses to it all. For instance, their sister Susie, she died when she was a very little girl, and they start feeling her presence in the house. And for Cassie, who is a horror writer, that's really exciting, and she wants to know more and she wants to find a way to contact Susie. Jane, she is freaked out and terrified of it. Now, Jane and Cassie are like two sides of my personality. So Jane, she is a lot of me. She's kind of neurotic, she's anxious, she feels like a failure, she feels like she's not succeeding in life. She feels like she lives in the shadow of a more successful sibling. And she really struggles with all of this supernatural strangeness that they're uncovering, which is a lot like me because I'm also very neurotic and insecure and feel like a failure most of the time. Whereas Cassie, she is the creative side of me. So she's passionate and enthusiastic, and she's a writer like I am. And so all of this stuff excites her. But unlike me, she's incredibly confident and successful and like beautiful and like conquers the world. So those are the two characters, and you follow them as they uncover these strange secrets of the family. Murder, witchcraft, the question of what really happened to Susie gets asked. So using my personality and my responses and the different aspects of me, which are kind of competing with each other all the time, was a really interesting experience because the confident creative side of me does get excited by things like that, whereas the anxious neurotic side of me gets scared of, well, like most things. So it was a really good experience to develop these two characters and explore those aspects of who they are as well. I love writing because it feels like a true extension of who I am as a person. I don't know who I'd be if I wasn't writing stories. I feel very much like if I haven't written a story, if I haven't put anything creative down, for a while. It's like something's eating away inside of me, and writing really helps that. It's a way of expressing myself. It's a way of exploring who I am and the world around me. And I've always got these stories rattling around in my head, like all the time. These people who just feel like they need their stories telling, and they're like screaming at me, and I'm trying to get it down on paper. And writing those stories down really harnesses that, and I get to express the truth of who I am while also exploring other people and things that scare me or excite me or that I'll never get to experience or see or do, but I get to through my characters. And I think writing is incredible like that, because you get to travel the world, you get to go to space, you get to go back in time, you get to go to other dimensions if you want to, and you get to really live these lives, billions of them, through these people that you create. I have spent a lot of my career doing writing advice, so this is quite an interesting one for me. Taking all of those like essays I've written and videos I've made and a book I've done and sort of boiling it down into a piece of advice. But I'm going to do that because I think it's the best advice I can give you. If you want to write a story, work out who your character is by what they want. Every story follows somebody who wants something. They're pursuing a goal. Otherwise, there's no point joining them. You're joining them now for a reason, so do something with them. So work out what it is your main character wants. Work out why they don't have it. And then work out how they can go about trying to get it. And that's your story. You just launch them on their story, follow them. Whether it's they want to take a ring to Mordor or Mount Doom, I forget. Or they want to get a date for prom, or anything. You just send them after what they want. In the case of Jane and Cassie, what they want is to uncover the truth. Well, Jane wants to get money because she feels like poor and she wants to get the house sold. But then other things happen and she wants to learn the truth. For Cassie, she just wants to know the truth, and she wants to find out what's going on and who their mother really was and what's been happening. And that's what they want, so they go after it. So do that. Send your character after what they want. So Gracemarch is available like all of the places that you would normally expect a book. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Apple Books, Kobo. You can also download it directly through the Siren Stories website. You can download directly through my website. That's in ebook format. Or yeah, it's in paperback, it's in hardback. Just give it a Google. You'll find it. I promise it's out there, and hopefully, maybe one day, you'll get to see the film as well. Thank you. Bye.